Hi everyone, Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters. So in this video, I have collected a whole bunch of Christmas supplies and I'm going to be making some mini paper clips. So I'm going to show you the process of 3 of my mini paper clips and then just show you some close-ups of the last 3 because it's a little bit of a repetitive thing happening here. I've never made these before and I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to do. So I just grabbed supplies, got myself ready, cut some banners out of the pattern paper I would like to use, and then just rolled with it. Made some layers, chucked it all together. Now the paper clips I'm using are not ideal. They're actually a little bit too small, but it was either these super small ones or super giant ones, like super giant, like the size of your hand. So I just rolled with what I had, and I actually would definitely like to make these again because I was really happy with how these turned out, but next time I will get better sized paper clips. The vellum book I have there is a Stamping Up book of vellum sheets that I'm pretty sure I got from Katie in our advent calendar last year. So yeah, the glitter cardstock I'm using is actually like really cardstock. It's from American Crafts and it's super thick. So when I am layering the papers, I'm deliberately putting the glitter cardstock a little bit under where the papers go because I'm going to just fold over the paper section to wrap around the paper clip, and I'm just going to have the glitter cardstock meet at the top of the paper clip, if that makes sense. Now, as we know, vellum, if you put tape underneath the vellum, it's going to be easy to see. So I'm just taping the vellum on at the top where it's going to roll over the paper clip anyway, so you won't really notice it. So popping this onto my paper clip, and everything's just a tiny bit too wide, I think. Oh no, not too bad on this one. Paper clips are not the ideal color for Christmas, but I'm trying to sort of match them up where I can. So this one's a navy blue paper clip, so I'm going to put that little navy blue parcel on it because I think that sort of makes it look like I've deliberately used the navy blue paper clip. When I have deliberately used the navy blue paper clip, but that's just because I had no other paper clip to use. So going to pop on that parcel, going to pop on that little puffy star, and then I've reached for my Tim Holtz Christmas word phrases, which I love and would hoard forever and ever and ever. I wish I had 100 packs of them, but I don't. Yes. And so wish list, I thought that just went perfectly with the present. And I realized after I made this that I've probably stuck the actual paper clip on the wrong way, because by sticking it on that way, you have to insert it on the left, which would be where, well, depending on how Katie uses it, but most likely where like a spine would be, which doesn't seem ideal to me. So I leave that one because now I've made it, I don't want to undo it, but all the others I have facing the paper clip facing the other way. So you would insert it on the right. Hopefully that is the way Katie would like to use them. I don't really know. I've never made paper clips before, but I'm just going to roll with it, and maybe she'll just adhere them and have the paper clip bit be decorative. I don't know. When I was going through my rhinestones bucket, I was looking for gold rhinestones, by the way, in case you wonder what I was up to then. Couldn't find any. Don't think I have any. So I just end up using the red pearly ones, which are pretty cute. So that was number 1. I know you could barely see it. Either skip to the end if you're only interested in seeing them, or just watch the next 2 be made because, you know, it's fun. So I already pre-cut the banners. I just pulled out things from my stash that I thought was small enough. So I pulled out some of the smaller wood veneer, but I don't end up using any of that. I pulled out any ephemera I could find, which I definitely do use that. You'll see that shortly. I was gifted a embellishment box of Christmas theme in July, for Christmas in July, which I hadn't used yet because I didn't celebrate Christmas in July. So I put that on my desk to see what bits and bobs out of that I can use. And that's where that puffy Christmas sticker came from, and a few of my other puffy stickers came from there also. The beautiful puffy hearts came from there, and in a moment I'll pull out some red and green diamante rhinestoney embellishment dots. They came from in there as well. This one I think ends up being too wide, and I have to trim it down a little bit, which is no big deal, but this is the problem I had with these paper clips. They're just a little bit too small. And because I pre-cut all the banners, I didn't think about measuring them to the paper clips. I just cut them. And then I didn't think about the fact that when you layer, you don't necessarily want your layers like straight on top of each other, because then you can't see all the different colors. You don't want it to just be a pyramid. You want to have them sort of skewed a little bit. So yeah, I end up cutting them a bit too big for the size of the paper clip, but we roll with it and it works, and they look super cute at the end. I'm really happy with them, and I think I would be liking to make some of these for normal scrapbooking, not just Christmas scrapbooking, because I think they'd be super cute in Happy Mail or in Project Life, like as a feature in a Project Life card. I'd almost say you just stick them on, like put double-sided tape on the back of the banner instead of actually sliding the paper clip into anything, because I don't actually do journaling, so it's not helpful to me to paper clip it in somewhere. But I just think they look really cute. So they technically don't even need the paper clip for what I would use them for. I could have just put sewing across the top or something like that, but I like them. So you can see here, this is the pile of ephemera I pulled out. Obviously some of this ephemera is too big, but I was envisioning fussy cutting the little embellishment off it. So like this tag here, I've had these for about 3 years, and I still hadn't used them, so I thought, right, let's just get into it. So I'm going to fussy cut this Christmas tree off this tag, and I will be back in a moment. And through the magic of editing, I am back, and I'm just going to stick that little Christmas tree on, and obviously because it's got half of the Christmas tree not showing, I'm going to make sure it's right up against the edge of the banner, so it looks like I've done that on purpose, which I think is really cute. And then just getting a few other bits and bobs, some more rhinestones and another word phrase, and just, you know, trying to embellish this up a little bit more. Obviously, because I am so zoomed in, you can't actually see what I'm reaching for or what I'm doing. Sorry about that. I thought it was better to be able to actually see the such a small craft thing was more important than seeing my hands move. So I've just got that little word joy. I was looking for one that was small enough to fit on the tag. That's the only downside, which is not a big one. The only downside of these word phrases, I need to make sure they're really only sort of one single word, because I want to make sure they'll fit on the tag. And those red and green rhinestones were from my embellishment box. So just layering up my third one, and this is the last one I'll show to you or show in front of you, and then I'll skip to just sharing them, live view sharing them, and then a few close-up photographs. So hopefully you have enjoyed watching. I hope something a little bit different than scrapbooking videos has been interesting for you. Obviously there's a few more coming up on our advent calendar series. Those of you that have been with us for quite a while, you know this is our 3rd year of doing our advent calendar, and hopefully you like watching and seeing the little surprises we give each other every year. I really love December. This is definitely a highlight for me, but if you're not super interested in all this other craft stuff we've been working on, we apologize, and normal scrapbooking process videos will commence in January. The little Scottish dog on this was so cute. It actually came in my embellishment box as well, and I think it looks to me like she's fussy cut it. The giver has fussy cut it for me from a I don't know, a cut apart sheets maybe perhaps, but it was so cute. I love it. So I'm definitely utilizing that. And in this one, I actually end up putting most of the layers level with the top of the safety pin and only rolling that very big underlayer over the, not safety pin, sorry, paper clip. And that was the easiest one to make, honestly, because it wasn't thick paper and it was only one layer to roll over the paper clip, and perfect. And I coordinated that with a red paper clip. I can't really coordinate them all, but I try. I try and coordinate them as best I can. So popping on a few little rhinestones. There's not really any room to embellish this too much with the little dog on the sled, and I want the dog on the sled to be the feature because it's so cute. So I decided I need a black word for this, so just pull out those. And again, I want something small. Try and choose a different one, so I don't want to use joy again. And so here they are. Here are the close-ups. Oh, I thought I had a live feed. Sorry, no live feed, just photograph close-ups. But you can see I've got them in random order, so they're not in the order that I made them. I apologize for that. That first one you didn't see me make, and this house one you didn't see me make. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I just think they are so cute. And this one you didn't see me make either. And this paperclip is especially small. It's awful. But it's got a really cute wood veneer reindeer that's got like a fabric covering on it. That's how they were purchased, and they're so cute. So I'm really happy with how these look. I think they look awesome. Hopefully Katie likes them. Hopefully they inspire you to make. They were so quick. They took me to do all 6 of these, took less than half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. It did help that I had everything prepped, but cutting banners is super quick and easy. So thanks everyone, and stay tuned for our next video.